Good morning, guys. We are gonna make some basic coffee cake, I believe, this morning. I'm actually gonna double the recipe, and then instead of doing them in a 9x13 glass pan, I decided to go ahead and do them in these 8x8 aluminum baking containers or whatever. One, it'll be easier to freeze them because I'll probably keep two out and freeze two. But just in case we don't eat more than one, I can easily wrap up the other third one and throw that into the freezer. But that is what we are going to do today. All I did was Google easy coffee cake recipes. That was the oven letting me know it's ready. And so this is the one that we are going to make today. And it looks like it's lilluna.com coffee cake. I don't know if anybody wants to look that up and make it themselves. Hopefully it turns out good. I've never actually made it before, so we'll see. But I figured I would take you along on whipping this up real quick and go from there. I wanted to go to the coast today, but when I got up at, I don't know, 4:30, 4:45 this morning, my youngest son was still awake and had pulled an all-nighter, even though I had talked to him. Did I say oldest? I meant youngest. Even though I talked to him yesterday about how he needs to get back on his sleep pattern because school starts back up on Wednesday, and today is now Sunday. Today is New Year's Eve, so Happy New Year's to everybody also. But let's get this recipe rolling because I'm actually super hungry. And I'm debating on making some bacon or something to go along with it. Excuse me. Broken. Anyway, let's get this going. See. Tablespoon. Wouldn't be a baking day if I didn't make a mess. As you can see too, I'm also not one that is very diligent about measuring things and whatever, which is probably why these sometimes don't turn out the way they should. Shh. All right, batter is all mixed. I'm gonna butter these pans real quick and then we'll get it all put together. All right, guys. I made a big mess. Are we shocked by that? Probably not. Not if you know me anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna get these in the oven. I think they take 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that to cook. So get these in the oven and then I'll show you the final product when it's all done, and then we'll do a taste test because, oh my gosh, guys, I have never had so many screw-ups in the kitchen. Go, Asha. I didn't put the melted butter on top of it before I stuck it in there. Holy Moses. So guess what? We just melted the butter and I just splashed it all over the counter because why not? We're doing everything in a whole new fashion today. Oh my goodness. All right, I am gonna put you guys down so I can put this butter on top. Thankfully, I remembered, what, 10 seconds after I stuck them in the oven. So let's get this butter on there and then I'll be back with you guys when they're done. All right, guys, they came out of the oven. We'll see how they taste here in a little bit. I'm gonna let it cool down a tiny bit. They look a little funky, but I'm sure they'll taste just fine. They smell really good. They smell like cinnamon and sugar. But there they are. Guess we'll find out. Hopefully I didn't screw them up too bad. It must have turned out okay, you guys, because 2 of my boys have tried it and they have polished off like almost 3/4 of this pan, maybe more like 2/3, something like that. But it's nice and, the worst word in the world, moist. Anyway, it looks like it turned out pretty good. So got 3 more left. I'll try it later. I'm full because when this was cooking, I snacked on a banana and a granola bar, so I'm not even hungry right now. Otherwise, I told you I was going to taste test it, but I might try and do it later. I might just give up and not have any at all until tomorrow. But sorry for the background noise. The dishwasher's going. So yeah, that's that. Okay, just kidding. I got hungry. It's a little bit later. It's almost 11 o'clock. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. Even though I thought I had ruined it, it actually turned out really good. Doesn't taste like I screwed it up at all. I'll be keeping this recipe for sure. It's good. I bet you it'd be really good too if you added like some blueberries or something to it. Might have to do that next time, or maybe some dried cranberries or something. That's really good. I've gotten nothing done today. Lathan's in my room sleeping. The other 2 boys are in their room hanging out, playing video games is what it sounds like. And I'm doing absolutely nothing. I think today is going to be my lazy day. Though I still plan on getting on the treadmill at some point and doing that. But dishes are done, laundry's done. Nope, that's a lie. I have a load of laundry to do because it seems like we have a load or 2 to do every single day. But been sitting here and somewhat trip planning, not really, no definitive nothing, but looking at hikes and camping stuff. We do have a camping trip planned for this summer. Most likely late June, potentially early July, but most likely late June. The spot's already reserved. I just have to figure out with work and stuff and the kids and their schedules, what would be the best days for us to go. But it'll be Miss Asha's first camping trip. If you can't hear her bouncing off the walls, she just got done sleeping for like 2 hours straight. But anyway, so going through and looking at some books that I've had now for a couple of years, trying to figure some things out. I've got this West Coast RV camping book. And for those who don't know, I live in the Pacific Northwest, in Oregon, actually. which brings me to this book, Pacific Northwest Hiking. I've had both these books for, I don't know, a couple years, I think now, something like that. I occasionally go through them and try to plan stuff, but in the West Coast RV camping book, I've gone through already and highlighted the campgrounds that we've camped at in the past. So that way we know where we've been and, you know, we can look at new ones we haven't tried before maybe. But like I mentioned previously, I do eventually want to get a travel trailer, so that'll be easier to do camping stuff. We have a pop-up camper now, but, you know, I camp alone with my kids, so, I mean, we go along with other people, but we stay in our camper alone. But I would feel safer having all hard-walled camper versus just a tent camper, pop-up camper, whatever you want to call it, tent trailer. People call it all kinds of different things. But anyhow, I just wanted to update you on what is going on today. A whole lot of nothing. So I might try and make a cup of coffee here pretty quick because I am getting sleepy. It is dreary and dark outside, although it doesn't look that way if you look through the back of the camera behind me, but it is. It's overcast. It's dreary. It's just yuck. So I really wanted to go on a coast trip today with the kids and maybe go on a hike out there, but again, people stayed up too late, and so we're not. Asha's staring at me from the couch. Do we have a problem, sister? Anyway, yeah, that's it for the update. Nothing exciting, nothing great is going on. I don't even know if I'll post today because it's been that interesting. Good morning, guys. As you can see, I dressed up for y'all today. Looking fancy. My MVP Elite shirt or hoodie. Anyway, I wanted to get on here and say good morning. It is New Year's Day. I've had somewhat of a lazy morning. I wasn't feeling so good when I woke up this morning. A little bit of a sore throat and headache. But took my vitamins and some ibuprofen and I'm feeling much better. I've gotten some laundry done, got some dishes done, and ate a piece of that coffee cake that we made yesterday. Yeah, I still think it's good. So we actually went through 2 of the pans yesterday, 2 of the 4 that I made. So I'm not sure I'm going to freeze any of them because I have a feeling the boys will finish them off in the next 24 to 48 hours. So no reason to freeze it. But I put some chicken in the crock pot this morning with some taco seasoning because we have some tortillas that we need to use up. Some corn tortillas, some flour tortillas, and also some tostada shells. So anyway, got that going in the crock pot this morning. It's just 3 chicken breast halves and some taco seasoning that we get at the restaurant store, chef store, I guess is what it's called. And I think I just splashed myself in the eye with some of it. Special. I've got talent. Anyway, I didn't end up filming anything else really yesterday, so I literally had the laziest day I've had in a long time yesterday. So I did do a treadmill workout yesterday, ran the boys a couple of places that they needed to go, but otherwise a whole lot of nothing. It is currently January 1st, 9:07 a.m. Oh, just clicked to 9:08. The Oregon Ducks football team plays today, so I'm really excited for that. We're playing in the Fiesta Bowl down in Arizona, so that should be really exciting. I'm ready. I love college football. We're huge Oregon Duck fans in our house, so last bowl game of the Pac-12 for us. We move on to the Big Ten next season, so we'll see how that goes. I have a feeling we're going to get our butts handed to us, but it's okay. It's all part of the experience, right? Anyway, I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve, a safe New Year's Eve, and let's see what the new year brings us. I have a feeling the first half of the year for me is going to be quite stressful, but that's okay. We'll get through it. We always do. Another really exciting thought that just crossed my mind is, since it is January 1st, within the next couple of weeks, we get to start some seeds. It is seed starting season for some things. Mostly at this time in my area anyway is onions. But I have, you know what, let me see if I can mute this TV real quick because where is mute on here? I don't ever use the TV in the living room, so I have no idea how to use it. Sad, right? But whatever. Anyway, I need to go through my seeds today and tomorrow and figure out what I have, what we need for the season, put a list together, and in the next month order what we don't have. But I also save a lot of our seeds every year too. But check these out. I have seeds for days. Yes. In this big old filing case that I thought at one point was entertaining the idea that this would hold all the seeds that I have. No, it doesn't even touch it. But I mean, we have things in here like flower seeds. These are calendula seeds that I saved from calendulas that we grew last year. These are all teddy bear sunflower seeds. And I actually gave over half this bag away already. And that's how many we have. I mean, there's hundreds of seeds in there. But anyway, this I get to go through hopefully in the next 24 hours, because tomorrow sadly is my last day off work, and then I gotta go back to the grind. I really need to figure out my life choices because I currently feel stuck in the one that I am in, and I shouldn't feel stuck. So anyway, but we'll get working on these. I don't think I'll probably take you along for a whole lot of it. I'll probably take you along after I've figured out what we're going to plant for the season and our planting schedule, when we're going to start them and so on and so forth. And I'll probably do a video on that. But, I mean, I've got hundreds of packets of seeds. You don't want to see all that. It'd be boring. Anyway, that was just the thought that came to mind. Our game is starting in 20 minutes. Go Ducks! I'm nerding out right now. I'm so excited. There was a pack of seeds that I thought I had lost. Ones that I had saved myself. And so we are definitely set for onions this year. These are onion seeds that I harvested from last year's garden, actually. The fun part about it is I have no idea what kind of onions we're going to be growing. But I'm going to plant most of these seeds. Well, yeah, probably most of these seeds, if not all of them, this season. Every year I tend to honestly plant between 500 and 550 onions. And then some of them we store as whole onions, and then some of them we dice up and freeze and whatever, so they're all ready to go for cooking. But anyway, it is a mystery batch because all of my onions were planted in within 2 beds, but a huge portion of these seeds came from one of the beds. So it's a mix between candy onions, blush onions, and Spanish onion seeds. Candy onions don't tend to store for very long. Blush and Spanish aren't too bad. Blush actually don't either. Spanish onions store for a long time. So anyway, we'll plant all these and it'll be mystery onions on what we get. So yeah, we will probably plant these after the football game today, because I also found a remainder of a seed starting mix bag that I have from last season. So we'll try to hydrate that and see if we can get it to work for us. And then also, when was this bought? I bought this in May of, I bought muffins, I think it was. Yeah, chocolate muffins from Costco in May of last year. And I kept the container from Costco because this is what we're going to use as like a little mini greenhouse to start our onions in. But I saved it, held on to it for almost a year now in my laundry room. Asha sees the reflection of the light on the container, and she thinks she needs to get it. Of course, she stops chasing it once I start recording. Get it, Ash. Get it. Anyway, probably start those seeds once the football game is over with. So I'll show you how I do that. But yeah, I'm excited.
Heartbreaking action from the college football playoff, but again, Bo Nix set the tone. And Chris Button. I'm Bob Wischusen.
All right, guys, football game is done. Oregon kicked butt. So anyway, I took a couple clips of the TV that I'll probably put in here, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, we kicked booty. But on to seed starting. I went ahead and already put the seed starting soil in this container like I had mentioned. And I did put some water in there so it'll start soaking up the water, which I think it is already starting to hydrate. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep mixing this up, Asha, until the soil is all moist with water. Okay guys, so if you can tell, the soil is wet now. So all I'm going to do is take our seeds that we saved from last year and sprinkle them on top. All right, let's see if I can. All right, I doubt you can see them very well, but I did sprinkle them on there really thick, as you saw. One, you don't know if all of them are going to sprout, but two, they grow okay when they're close like this, and eventually once they get to a certain height, you're gonna end up like separating them out and all of that anyway. So anyway, we'll start with this. I am gonna go ahead and close this up. I will place this near a somewhat sunny area. Like I mentioned earlier, this container will act as a greenhouse, and here in the coming weeks, we should start seeing little green growths that look like grass blades, and those will be our onion starts. Okay guys, I think this is where I'm gonna end off the vlog for yesterday and today. I am feeling very lazy and tired. I'm always tired. Anyway, I really don't think I'm going to do anything for the rest of the day, so I'm going to go ahead and end this here. We ended up shredding that chicken in the crock pot from earlier and having that for lunch. Plenty of leftover for dinner if we're still hungry later. But that's kind of how that's going to go. I might sort through my seeds this evening and start that process. I may wait and do that tomorrow too, but anyway, just wanted to close off and say have a good night. I really hope that you guys had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.